Boom, welcome back to the channel. Everyone, we're talking about two things today. Number one, the Pokémon Company shifting product over to wholesalers, as well as this BurgerChew, as it's lovingly referred to, situation in Japan. So if that sounds good to you, stay tuned and welcome to PokeMarketLab. All right, a little bit of housekeeping. We would love your subscription if you like the value that we're adding to the channel, if you like it for entertainment purposes or information purposes. Also, check out Sleeved TCG, link in the description below. In-stock notifications, awesome Discord community, nice, small, tight-knit community. With that, let's get started in the video. First, we're going to talk about the BurgerChew situation. That's this promo card released in a pack of promo cards in Japan. I did pick up one of these promo cards. It's taking its slow route from Japan over my way. I think I paid 20 bucks. I thought the card looked cool, so I pre-ordered one before release day. So this has created a situation in Japan, and this is spillover from how hot things obviously are in Japan, how much money is to be made, even with shipping costs on this promo, selling arbitrage into the U.S. market to the point where people were just buying food. I think the promo pack comes with like a Happy Meal or something like that, taking the pack and leaving the food on the streets in Japan. So that, again, we're past crazy territory at this point, which I think that's all I can really say on this subject. Again, this just, when there's money to be made, it brings out everyone, right? Someone else's margin is your opportunity. So I think that's all that needs to be said on that. I don't think there's much else I can add there, but we are going to talk about all the other content creators and talking about this situation with the Pokemon Company, rumors and everything about them shifting product to these wholesale companies, Costco, BJ's, Sam's Club, specifically Prismatic Evolutions. So what they seem, the rumor is that they're shifting, instead of pushing that stuff towards this reprint on Prismatic, which they are continuously reprinting and will, they're shifting that to these big box, these retailers, bypassing distribution, bypassing local game stores. They're upset that all these places are jacking up prices. I 100% believe this because the Pokemon Company, as I've stated before, will defend this IP. They will defend the reputation and the confidence in the brand and in the product over profits. They can do that because they're not fully publicly owned. So they don't have to worry about the next quarter, next 2 quarters. Management's in this for a long. They're playing 4D chess versus Wizards of the Coast, these other TCG manufacturers, other games, other industries. They do not want to dilute their brands. Even companies like Disney, who typically they'll go after people from, to defend their IP, but they have no problem watering their IP down for profits. None whatsoever. The Pokemon Company knows that the mess they are in right now, which they didn't create, they didn't do this on purpose. This is not artificial scarcity. The demand is such that they know this is the long-term hurt that this is doing. People having to pay these premium prices, that it's getting in the hands of scalpers, it's getting in the hands of rip and shippers, and they're making money. They're making money regardless who they sell it to. So they don't have to do this. They're going to profit either way. I would say them selling on the Pokemon Center gives them more margin. I'm surprised they're not pushing even further in that direction. I'm curious there. I don't know if they're just trying to keep their sales channel diversified. But they are defending this. This is a defensive move for their IP. They know that, working with these wholesalers, they can control the price. The problem is the wholesalers aren't doing a lot in terms of preventing people from coming in and picking up these things, these bundles. Specifically, I can't remember if it's Sam's Club, Costco, the ETB plus the Pokeball. And there's videos out there of people just pulling just racks and racks and racks of these things and putting them in their carts. So it is getting in the hands of scalpers still. At the end of the day, the controls just really aren't there. It's going to be up to the individual stores. Some stores are putting controls. They're putting them in back rooms and limiting how much each people get. But again, I think this is not surprising, to say the least. And there's also rumors about the volume that's being reprinted. And again, if that surprises you, it shouldn't. If it surprises you, then again, you do not know what lengths the Pokemon Company will go to print this into the ground. They will do everything they can to print this in the ground. They tried with 151 and were not able to. They tried their damnedest. They're bringing more production online. They are going to do everything they can. Number one, not to leave profits on the table, but two, long term, again, defend that IP, get it in the hands of people who want to enjoy it. And again, if you're here and you're like, I love this, I can flip product and everything. And hey, again, someone else's margin is your opportunity, right? It doesn't make you a bad person. But if you think that this current market is healthy from a long-term standpoint, you're dead wrong. I'm an evil, dirty investor, and I know, and I love the product enough that this is not good. We need to get it in the hands of people who actually enjoy opening it. It needs to be ripped. And hey, we do have rip and shippers. The dopamine hit of gambling, literally what it is. It's online gambling, which probably deserves its own video at the end of the day. My hair is crazy today. You see this? Jesus. That's helping the situation in terms of at least ripping product, but it's not getting in the hands. Moms and dads aren't buying it for their kids at $100 in ETB. And again, the Pokemon Company is going to print this for a long time. They're going to try to drive it into the ground as much as they can, whether they're able to or not. I have no idea. And anyone who's buying ETBs, prismatic ETBs at $100 a pop, hoping they go up, is foolish. I'll say that right here, right now. They're foolish. Wait for the pullback. You should have been buying product when it was cheap. Why are you buying it now? You're buying it now because it's expensive, because you think you can make money off it, make it quick. The money is going to be made long term. The money is going to be made by people that wait for a pullback or knew it was a good product to begin with, and they dove head first when it was cheap. Because it was cheap. It was cheap before release, before it started pumping. My cost basis on prismatic ETBs, I either got them pre-release for MSRP or below MSRP, or I use a service like Sleeve to catch them, bundles and ETBs when they come in stock on Walmart, Target, all these places. So what the Pokemon Company's doing is a good thing. If you're here for the long term, if you truly are, and again, I've said this before, most PokeTubers who've been around the block have said this. A lot of you, a third, half of you won't be here in a year, let alone 6 months. And certainly when the market turns, you won't be here either. And I'm not saying that to be mean. It's just reality of the situation. If you're here long term, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. We want companies to think in 10 to 20 year blocks. The fact that a company that of this size with this kind of revenue and this length of IP like this, the last 30 years, can make decisions in a 10-year time span that benefit their customer base. They'd rather defend that customer base and grow that customer base over short-term profits. That is completely antithetical to how most businesses operate, especially publicly traded ones. They're only as good as their last quarter. They're only as good as their projections for the next quarter. They will literally live and die by that in terms of job security. So this is a great thing, unless you're here for short-term profits and all that. And again, I'm not saying this to disparage you. Make a buck while you can make a buck. But if you're here long-term, if you truly are here long-term, this is excellent news. We want them to defend their IP. The way this should go in my mind, the way I want this to go, is product comes out at reasonable prices. It could be a bit above MSRP, $60, $70 for an ETB, $160, $175 for a booster box. In a perfect world, I'm just saying. It gets in the hands of people. It's opened, it's enjoyed, it's loved. The Pokemon Company moves on to other things, and the product grows. And it grows not because it's expensive. It grows because it's good product, because people fell in love with it and they enjoyed ripping it and they want to go back and rip it. And I hear all the time people are like, people don't do that. People do that all the time. I do that. I have friends who do that. I have friends of friends who do that. It's absolutely a thing. And they want a piece of that nostalgia. They want a piece of that memory for further down the road, or later on in life, they want to come back and snag a piece of that. And that is not possible if a Pokemon Company gives up and shreds and demolishes their IP for short-term profit. So this is excellent, excellent, excellent news. I hope I get more opportunity to back the truck up on Prismatic. I don't know that we will. Remember, the market's dynamic. If Prismatic ETBs drop below $100 a pop, way more people are going to flood into the market to pick them up, as they should. So I don't think we're going to get it. I don't know that we'll get anywhere close. I'd be shocked, absolutely shocked. I've proven out the data analysis on the amount of money that is still pouring into Prismatic many, many months after release. It still holds a candle to Black Bolt, White Flare, Destined Rivals in terms of volume of spend that far post-release. It is the set to beat. So if they flood the market with that product, it's about as close to a 151 situation as you can get, meaning people just want it. They want it almost at any price, and if they can get it at an even cheaper price, they're going to back the truck up. People are going to snag it, and I think it's a good thing. I would like to open more of it. Those pull rates are brutal. I can't justify opening a $100 ETB. I can certainly justify opening a $75 ETB, maybe even an $80 ETB. We'll see. It's good for card prices. Again, I think it's good for everyone. So if you're negative about this, then I think you're on the wrong side of history on this. I think this is great. And again, kudos to the Pokemon Company. All these things that they've done, all the bot defenses they've done on their website, trying to prevent bots from getting. They don't have to do that. They're going to make the money either way. They do this. They spend. I mean, how much do you think that costs? How much do you think doing all these different technologies on their website to try to prevent bots from getting in? It costs millions. At that scale, it costs millions. They don't have to do it, and they do it because they care about the IP. I can't think of another company at that size that cares to that level, that they would literally they're hurting their margins. They're hurting their margins to do that. And they do it anyway because they know long term it's healthy. And man, I've racked my brain. I'm sure there's companies out there that are that good. Like Disney, they'll come after you for using their IP. They have no problem with that. But they'll water down their IP. They don't care. They just want. I mean, we've seen that with some of the Disney movies and the re-releases that they've done, and just they water them down just for profits. Pokemon Company won't do it. And again, I can't think of another company with that amount of revenue that would leave dollars and cents on the table like that in the hottest boom ever to hit their IP, except since release maybe. So that's my take on that. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. And again, we would love your subscription if you like the information we're putting out there. And with that, we'll see you on the next one, PokeMarketLab.